Okay, on Ultala, we have the upper right side, an Erebor, played by you, Alex. Okay, very interesting.
Yes.
Bottom left side, old Nosey is Lothlorien. Now I remember like we were just like casually hanging out last night and we are getting into it, and I was like, yeah, let's get some games with you boys. And I basically just like hosted and I walked away, so I didn't hear anything. I like deafened myself. I was like, I want to know
Yep.
like what we're doing.
And starting out the game, you can if you click on the fortress, you can see I still. Oh, I did choose at this point. I didn't know which side to go. Actually, I went Ironfoot.
Good pick.
Because I wanted to go Men of Dale.
Hmm.
We'll see if I actually do that or not. But that was just kind of the start. I was like, Men of Dale, I think it'll be a good counter to the Lorien spam because I know Lorien tends to stick with their starting units for a while. It might not be so good against the heroes, but that was just kind of the strat in mind. Another issue that I had is that I didn't really know where the creeps were. I had an idea because I knew where the outposts, I knew where the inns were, and I know you told me that if there's an inn, there's a war lair. So I wanted to creep that. So my first unit was a pike, and let's see, I'm getting ready to do that. I'm sending my builder over to that inn where I hopefully will find a warg lair. Where I will. Thankfully, I was a little scared there.
Funny
But
enough, going off of that, sometimes you always want to as Erebor to creep the opponent's warg lair. Because if you just
yep,
drop a forward tunnel here and you drop your pike here or there, so they're gonna be like, what? Like, do you do
yep,
that? Is that what
100%.
you do?
I wanted to do that
Mm.
as the second. So you can see that builder's going over there to do that. So I wanted to creep my warg lair first, put the pikes back in the mine, and put it over here. But unbeknownst to me, I can see there's those spears there, which are
Yeah,
already
it
stealing
looks
that
like
creep from me.
you gave up on that pretty fast, huh?
Well, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I can't
Oh,
see his.
right.
I couldn't see it. I had no idea.
Mm.
I was assuming he'd go right into a swordsman rush, actually. And oh yeah, he put a freaking Malron tree up there,
Oh.
which is so interesting. I think he stopped building it, but
Mm.
that was just crazy to me. I was like, I thought he was gonna steal my creep money with the builder. I was a little scared.
I know sometimes Nosey does the little builder scout, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe he was just like trying to figure out what you were doing, like if you were creeping that warg lair, or like what's up.
Hmm.
But I see you got his pike unit over here, but of course he's gonna get out
Yeah,
of the radius of the attacks. So
yeah. So I knew I wouldn't be able to keep up with that. So I just actually turned around and then I think I captured his in, if I'm not
okay.
mistaken. And I see those Lauren archers are kind of just running around there, so I start chasing him with my pikes,
Hmm.
just because I want to force the engagement.
It was kind of interesting though because like he picked Lethally Philin, and I'm like, okay, he wants the armor debuff against Erebor, but then to see that like this is a very off meta Erebor pick. This has not been a pick since like Dalish start, like has been like true and like real since 7.3.1. But like, it's very interesting because every Erebor player just goes for a rebuild because it leads straight to deep delving, and now we see like he's obviously harassing you here, but do you
Yeah,
lose that tunnel?
I forget if I do. That was a good arrow volley by him. It's funny that he went on the fortress side of the mine, and I didn't actually have any units to defend the mine, so he took a few unnecessary losses there, but he still ends up getting it. Um, at this point, I'm definitely feeling a little overwhelmed, but I'm kind of just still kind of just trying to stabilize. And I think I'm pushing in the south right there. Yeah, I got some units there. I think that I did use Horn of Erebor on them, which I don't think I
Yeah.
really need to do. But like, I still want to just. It was. I know Lorien is weak to early pressure, and I will be getting some good early pressure in my opinion, and that's just kind of why I went with the Horn. Is to just overwhelm them early, as opposed to doing a rebuild and a more passive start, in my opinion. I just wanted that extra bit of juice in my pushes, which is why I went Horn. And you can see there, though, I think it's because of Horn that those warriors were able to kind of clean it up down there and
Yeah.
stay alive despite the
Yeah, it looks like you're really giving him like a force back in the base
yeah,
here.
yeah. And then right away I just go right for the barracks because like I know it's no squishy. So I
Well,
think
like,
actually that
I was gonna say in 8.2, like because of that, like obviously like somewhat of an exploit for the Lorien, the biggest weakness was Rax rushing. But for 8.2, we gave the garrisons like a 33% armor buff upon application, so they're not as squishy anymore. But like, they're still squishy.
Both of them there, yeah. So yeah, this was a really good opening push. I'm surprised how well it went for me. I didn't expect it to actually get both of those and kind of keep them on the back foot. I think this is where I kind of could have used a bit of. I think I could have been expanding a little more. My attention was really stuck like on his base here. Like I just wasn't really able to focus on the home front just because like I was just trying to control it just felt kind of overwhelming the amount of units that I was trying to control. So I think I could have expanded and teched a little better. But I'm still kind of keeping up the unit production, which I think I did a decent job with all game, and he already has a room mill out.
Now, did you feel like I know you went double Hall of Warriors, and that's kind of like an interesting pick because I see people go 3 tunnel Hall of Warriors and then like a workshop for the battle wagon on Erebor these days. So why did you do double Hall of Warriors instead of like a workshop support?
Just wanted to keep up the pressure no matter what. I thought I just kind of would. I didn't really want to turtle into the late game. I just wanted to beat him fast, which is kind of what I do in most of my games. I really don't want to get into late game situations because I just don't really perform as well in there. I think I just kind of perform well when I'm like overwhelming my opponent with units and attacking on multiple sides. That's just kind of just how my gameplay goes. So I just wanted to be as aggressive as I could, and a lot of what I was doing was just focusing as much as I could on the unit front, attacking from different angles, expanding where I could. So I just didn't have the mental capacity to think about just what to go into next. And thinking back, I definitely needed, and Nosey told me after the game that I should have gone some wagons here. Definitely.
Yeah,
it would have made this a lot better.
For sure. Like, we gave them tweaks in 8.2 that would make them a little bit better, and I think they're performing pretty good right now. It's mostly a skill issue thing if your wagon just deletes itself, but...
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that. I think my cap control's pretty good, but I just didn't put one down, and I really think I should have.
True. Yeah, I mean, that really ends up killing Erebor a lot, is if they don't go for wagon support. Do you get room mill here? I'm just a little curious. Nah, you're passing by.
I don't think I do, yeah.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to tell where he was in his clumps.
Interesting. I'm just wondering if you're going for a hero play at all. But 'cause I see you still rushing down these Raxes.
Yeah.
You're just really trying to keep Lothlorien locked down, like with the less unit
rod? Definitely. Okay. 100%. It's really just trying to keep Lothlorien down. Which, I mean, it's just hard to keep up with because, I mean, obviously he's harassing too. And from my perspective, the amount of, like, trees that he has on the field is just ridiculous. Like, it just feels like they just don't stop coming. The expansion that is, like, on the top, it's like, I'm like, how the fuck does he have this many trees? But I think it's around this point where I'm just like, Jesus.
I could tell right there. You were trying to build a mine, and then you walked into a tree. Yeah.
100%. I saw the tree. It was at this point of the game where I'm just like, Jesus Christ, how many trees do you have? And he's like, oh, you've come. And then Nosey was like, oh, you've come onto my garden. And I was like,
okay.
Gosh, dang it.
So you've gone for glowing by this point. You're doing a really off-meta Erebor play too. Like, you're doing horned goats. Very interesting stuff. And obviously this is you. He can't friendly fire his own trees.
Yeah. A little confusing that we both get the kin lie, but then this is where it hurts, is where he gets the cab on the field. This is really where it kind of just irks me. I liked what I did there. Got a good goat summon.
That's not bad on
but it doesn't get him. Yeah, definitely. I think if I just would have been able to follow up with an actual attack there, that would have been good, but I was so, like, fixated on attacking his buildings that, it was a little hard to finish off the units.
Yeah, like I can tell you're in the PowerPoint lead. Actually, yeah, you are in the PowerPoint lead by 3. And then I am assuming this is because you're just dealing a lot more harass and getting the PowerPoints from the structural harass even. But like, I bet you get him hard here, huh? Is this where you end up getting him pretty hard?
I kind of hope so, but I kind of botched this engagement
did you? Oh no, you didn't use tunnel collapse before the statue finished, did you?
I did use it on my own units.
Oh no, buddy.
And he had some good tramples here, and he focused. Yeah, yeah. And I need to get the. I didn't have a terrible engagement, but it should have been. This should have been a decisive engagement in my favor.
He's over here in
And
your
it just
base.
wasn't. Yeah, that was really frustrating. He did a really good job cycling the.
Get tons of value with the calf tramples for sure.
Yeah,
Ooh,
100%.
do you get him here?
And
though?
I just couldn't. I don't. He just was really good with. I don't really know why I dropped that.
That's a speed buff. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Too bad that wasn't
So, like I
available
said,
right
yeah.
when you stunned yourself. That would have been a great, like, out.
Yeah. So it's like. Again, it's not going bad at this point. I think that was just kind of a defining moment where like that was just kind of like. I don't think I lost that. I didn't win that, but I should have decisively won that engagement. So that's just kind of set me back. But I'm still like, I'm kind of happy with how much. I mean, I still have 625 command points. I still have him in his base, but like, it's like I gotta transition into something, and I'm just like, still just kind of stuck. I'm just at this point, I'm just because he's at 725 command points, and like with how much aggression I feel like I've been doing, like I just can't afford for him to have that much still. So this is where it's like I gotta make some changes in my unit comp, and I'm just not really doing that because I'm just kind of tunnel visioned right now.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, you're against old Nosey. Like, oh, he's got Idril. Uh-oh. That's bad.
Yeah, his
nasty
Idril was
for the
good.
base.
Yeah, he just knew what he was doing to counter me here.
But then you're coming in over here doing some pretty decent damage. I think, had you even gone for just like, did you go for Gimli soon? Because like you're floating some economy rather decently here.
I don't. I get Gimli late, way too late. I
that's
get Gimli
unlucky.
so late. Yeah.
I mean,
Let's try to. I don't really know what I was doing here. All right. I think I propped a heal, didn't I? I hope I propped a heal.
oh, he doesn't.
I didn't
use
prop
it.
the heal. Huh.
Oh,
I didn't
buddy,
know I
that
didn't do
hurt.
up the heal. Yeah. I think I was just focusing more on this attack that I started down here.
Interesting. Now, how I know you're not super familiar with Erebor at the moment, but it is a faction that you tend to play from time to time. Have you gotten a lot of Ironfoot games in outside of this with the tweaks that we've gone for 8.2?
No, this was my first Erebor game in months. I'm not even gonna lie.
True.
That's why I was really happy with how it went, because I think for not playing Erebor, I still put together a pretty good match. But I think that's just kind of, if I was just more comfortable with Erebor, I think for me, it's just really the transitions, because like he's got the Idril, he knows what he's going into to stop me, even though I had a good early game in my opinion.
I see he picked up the Mirror Galadriel. He's got Waters and
I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Big moves there.
Yeah, I think if I just had more experience playing Erebor, I would have like you asked, like, have I played much Erebor? The answer's no. So if I just would have played more, I would have been more comfortable and I would have been able to transition. Except I'm just not.
Yeah, we have seen some very filthy Erebor gameplay lately. The Vault Warden strat has been big in the community.
Yeah, I don't think the Vault Wardens would have worked this game with what he was doing. I think maybe after I went Wagons. If I got Wagons, then I think it probably would have worked. But with his unit comp that he ends up going within the late game, I don't think it would have worked.
Interesting that you're going with Hadhod right here. I would have assumed Gimli first, or like units on the field, because you're pretty low on the CP front here.
Yep.
Did you just want to get Hadhod for like fun, or like were you thinking like you had a plan in your pocket?
It was a little bit of a plan. It was more so just like I was kind of floating at that kind of higher, cash floating, and I just kind of need something. But also I was still in the mindset of like balls to the wall aggression, and I did just want to get that extra building damage, which and I did get the bird because I did want the cav, but this is just too late for the Berg to be effective with the Cav summon. I think it's more early game Cav. If you're going at this point in the game, I needed wagons for that decisive mid game Cav, mid to late.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, Hadhod probably gave you tremendous value if you got him leveled up against Lothlorien, especially with his siege potential. Like, I want to see Hadhod more competitively because he's such an interesting hero.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, this is where Israel has value.
Oh no!
That was
right
painful.
On the tunnel.
That was another one. Yeah.
Ooh.
That engagement, I thought I'd be able to pop out. See, it's like at this point, like I think I could have turned the tides if this engagement went as I wanted to. Just popping out with all those units and killing Idril really fast. I like my cap control still. I still got it. Old man, but I still know how to press the stop button. But yeah, that Idril really fucked me there. I thought I was going to have a home run engagement there again. But he just a little better.
Well,
and this is where he starts getting the pass stalkers too.
Those are pretty deadly against Erebor. It's really good to see that you're both pretty equal on power points, relatively so.
Yeah, and this is where I didn't realize it when it's Undermine. I really did not want Undermine as my 15. I don't know how to use Undermine. I use it here, and thankfully I get some units out, but it's like, oh, I wanted Kazai Doom Summon.
Yeah, that's the opposite side of the spellbook, buddy.
Yeah, I think I could have used, like, how do I use Undermine in that? Like, should I have used it just, like, in his base? Or, like, waited for more units?
Yeah, you basically drop it in the base, and, like, it's a really sick
I could have used it right there, yeah.
It's a sick combo with Hadhod, because, like, don't forget Undermine, like, reduces structure armor by 25%.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is where I use Hadhod on that, but it doesn't fully get it, as it shouldn't fully get a level 2, but I just didn't. Oh, wow.
I think so, at least it used to. IRN okay. Yep.
Yeah, and this engagement just doesn't. This is just not a good. I don't know what the fuck Gwen was doing there.
Yeah.
At this point, I just couldn't really get out. Tried getting out with Gwen. I think I do actually get out with Gwen. I think Hadhod dies. I'm surprised Gwen even gets out. Yeah, this is why I didn't think Lothloriens would have worked in this game. Is just because the Pass Stalkers, I imagine, would just plow through them. But that's why I say I think if I would have went wagons, it would have switched him off to the Pass Stalkers, and then I would have been able to probably get some value with the Lothloriens, especially against the Cav and heroes and buildings, which is what I was kind of trying to do.
So we have Leon in the chat wondering what you study.
I study business administration. Hopefully we'll be getting a master's in it. But I'm just a freshman right now, so
I would hold off.
See how that ends up going.
I would hold off on a master's until you have some like legitimate work experience.
Yeah, that's valid.
Okay, so Lothlorien's looking pretty tight. I mean, like they have everything they could want.
Our spears are yours.
Like even under that good like harass amount, I think he made the right pick, obviously, with going for Waters and Nimidel on that global front, because like that gives oh, is this Idril again? Is she gonna get massive value? Oh no, your bird's gone. Tragic, man.
I think I was surprised. I thought this engagement went decent for me. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean that was big. This was definitely a good trade for you. I think obviously all the Lothlorien elves chilling in front of the mine was not a good pick here.
It was actually, I think at this point in the game I was surprised how many units I still like had fielded. I kind of thought like after that engagement with the Undermine that I lost really bad. I thought I was just toast. But I still had some units out. So I mean, even though like looking back, I mean like Lothlorien does have everything, but from my perspective, like I knew I was on the back foot. But yeah, this is when it comes down, it's just too late.
Oh, buddy. How far have you made it in tournaments and you're over here auto-casting his axe throw? What? Oh.
I know, right? Told you, I don't use Erebor.
I
can't see the heroes.
Yeah.
They're so small. And actually, I think the auto-cast there, yeah, it does go for his Idril there. And I do try to target her, but like, I just didn't have the units here.
Yeah, Pathstalker is pretty solid against Erebor. That's like one of my favorite go-tos. But like melee Lothlorien itself is huge. Ooh, Gimli? Is Gimli gonna go down? This is what happens when you don't get Gimli at a reasonable time. He doesn't have to like the stats he
Yeah.
to kind of like be the role he is. It's like missing a shot on getting like a Boromir or Strider pickup.
And then he actually chased the Gimli down, which I wasn't expecting. He didn't even know that he did. He chased it down with Rumo.
Ooh.
Sniped him. Oh my god, he's almost 10. Jesus.
Yeah, Archer Hero. He gets a buff of 5% experience gain from the brothers.
Jeez.
So Gimli's in the back. Okay, so yeah, I
thought
really
Gimli
enjoy.
did.
No, I really enjoy Pat Soccer gameplay as Lorien because like she's just in a very good position right now, stat wise. Like since all the initial tweaks. Oh, this is kind of bold. Okay. Well, actually, no pikes. Never mind. I'm wrong. You're good.
Yeah, but I
Like,
just didn't have the.
These have decent crush armor with Idril's
Yeah.
for sure. Like that 33% armor bump is like pretty valuable here. Oh, auto cast on a unit? What was that?
Yeah,
oh,
no.
Come on. Crazy.
I actually
man.
said that. I said that when I was on call with Nosey. I was like, oh, beautiful. And I didn't realize these were the summon until now.
Yeah, I think what you needed here, honestly, was the wagon support much earlier. And then
Yeah,
like, you would have had to keep
100%.
pikes everywhere. Very, very different Erebor gameplay though, because we never see the right side of the spellbook. We see like a left or like central, because like Undermine could be better, all things considered. I think at least. Send on the Goats hasn't seen a lot of play either since that initial nerf at whatever I think it was 8.0 when we adjusted the damage. Maybe it might have been 7.3.1. I'm not sure on that, but I remember that used to be like such a standard pick here. He bought Hadhog back, okay. Oh, Cuthalion? Does Cuthalion naturally one-shot the bird, I wonder? Because I know Rumil's level 10, so it's probably just like Rumil sniping the birds immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting pick here.
Yeah, that is fun. I mean, I had the money, but I didn't have the. My units were just getting instantly flushed.
Yeah, the path stalkers would do that with the leadership and everything. I mean, even like Kaldir's leadership, 33, 20, and like get Captain of the Galadrim additionally. Oh, wait, did he try
No, he
doing
died
it?
in midair.
He
Yeah,
died midair?
He died.
Oh,
he
dude,
died
that's
midair.
wild. Rumil just straight up like Cuthalion one-shot him in the air mid-jump. Oh, that's a crazy ending there by Gimli. I'm not gonna lie, that's
I know.
interesting. All right.
That was so funny in game.
Yeah.